Salutations and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Phantasia. This is Edgar. I am taking some time out of my busy FPS training schedule, so let's use that time to finish our adventure. In the previous episode, we fought tooth and nail against the toughest bastards the game could throw at us, and we survived the darkness and claimed a fat load of treasure. We also collected some ivory from the Bigfoots, and that's why I have come to the Edgar's workshop. The ivory carver can turn ivory into a throwing item, and it's quite powerful. In addition to that, since I collected loads of gold in the Moria gallery, we are going to buy that ludicrously expensive combo command accessory. Remember that you can use a lotus perfume to cut the cost in half. When you purchase the combo command accessory, the young lad will give you a few combinations to use. You can learn combinations by talking to a few people around the world, but I will ask Tom to list all the commands in the game in the video description. It can be quite challenging to perform some of them if you are using a keyboard, but you can get crafty and set up macros in certain emulators, making it a one-button deal. I will see what I could manage to do without setting macros up. Just remember, if you are going to run around with the combo command equipped on Kless, his normal techs are disabled. So if you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to be flailing angrily without doing any techs at all. This could be a problem, because we are going to have Kless by himself in a few moments, but I will do my absolute best to fight with it. So now we have the big expensive item from the Edgar's workshop. We don't need any other gear, so let's just get that ivory sorted. This doesn't cost you anything at all, it's a free service. I ran into a few extra Bigfoots on my way out of the Moria gallery, despite the Scout Orb doing what the Scout Orb does best, and I have accumulated a grand total of 6 ivory tusks. You can get more than one throwing item for each bit of ivory, and it's perfectly possible that I'll get a full stack of 15. Let's see what happens. The ivory carver will turn your ivory into march-on tiles. March-on tiles are an in-combat item. You throw them at an enemy, and a whole bunch fall from the sky and explode for about 2,500 damage per tile. It's the only way to kill those bastard urchins in the lower Moria gallery, but I'm afraid it doesn't work in the emulated version. And I am not entirely sure why. I imagine the hitbox of either the tiles got messed up somehow, or the urchin itself is missing its hurt box. Either way, it won't work, and this has the side effect of making a particular title impossible to get. I haven't mentioned titles, because they don't affect the game, they exist solely for the completionist people. In Euclid Castle is a knight, and this knight will grant you new titles based on what you've accomplished in the game, such as mastering all of Kless's skills, killing a certain number of enemies, that sort of thing. One title involves killing 10 urchins, and therefore is impossible to claim in the emulated version. But enough about that. I want to quickly collect a double art I missed. In this oasis, you can find a swordsman just standing by the water. You can purchase a double art from this man for 40,000 gold. This is Odin's Wrath, and I should have picked it up much earlier in the game, because it's basically Mecha Blade on steroids. Kless will perform Flaming Pigeon, and will follow that with 4 slices of tiger teeth, just like Mecha Blade. I'll take the combo command off eventually, so I might as well set my abilities in advance. I'll set Thor and Odin's Wrath as my long-range arts, because they're both quite strong, and lack the disadvantage Soulforge has, that disadvantage in question being the hellishly expensive mana cost. It wouldn't be such a problem if you could equip a fairy ring on Kless. but he's unable to wear it for some stupid reason. The best he can equip in that respect is a jade ring, which cuts the costs of his abilities by 1/3. Alright, that's enough delaying. I owed Chaos one heck of a beating. Let's head back to his castle. If you've forgotten where it is, you can find it on the dark snowy continent, hiding through the cave at the northwestern end. And welcome back to Chaos's castle. We came here once before, to collect the Meteor Storm spell for our lovely pink-haired spellcaster Archie. The enemies that lurk within its walls don't hold a candle to the vicious beasts we fought against in the Moria Gallery, and some of the encounters become absolute jokes because of our upgraded gear. Excalibur in hand, let us proceed. Take these stairs to reach the second floor, where we collected the Meteor Storm spell the last time we were here. This is as far as we got last time. I have already collected the treasures in this area, so let's head to the south. Cool, I got teleport by mashing. Just so you all know, I have no bloody idea what I am doing with the combo command. I also see that I need to fix my form. Just a moment please. Much better. Let us proceed. You will encounter a fork. Head to the room on the right. There is nothing in this room but a solitary lever. Go ahead and flip it. Now head to the southern room. 2 chests in here. An elixir from one, and a question mark armor that I am not even going to bother identifying from the other. We have the best gear in the game, why should we even make the effort? The lever we flipped has opened the door on the north wall, so head inside. The only thing in this small room is a sign. The sign will inform you that there is a secret passage somewhere on this floor. The passage in question will take us to the stairs leading to the next floor of the castle. This combo command thing is actually kind of fun. Let's see about that secret passage. See the stairs leading up? The passage is hidden to the right of those stairs, you can simply walk right through it. Nowhere to go but north in this area. Stop. This thing on the floor is a teleporter, and it's unlike any other teleporter you have encountered. This one is a bitch. Take a moment and equip the Dedis emblem on Clis. You must do this before you proceed. And be warned, things are about to become challenging. So here's the case. If you step upon this teleporter without a Dedis emblem equipped, the teleporter will send you off to the castle dungeon in a flash. Only Clis was spared this fate, due to the Dedis emblem he has. We are now all alone, and while we could backtrack to the dungeon to regroup with the party members, we would just get stuck here again. We need more Dedis emblems. All 5 party members will need one if you are to negotiate this obstacle. There are 4 in chests in this floor, which is nice and convenient, but you're going to have to fight some tough ninja to earn them. Here's a Dedis emblem, and if you include the one that Klus has, that's 2 down, 3 to go. If you're not confident in your ability to fight, I would suggest you unequip the Dedis emblem from Klus, and go and step on the teleporter. It will send him to the dungeon, and you can recover a party member of choice. With 2 Dedis emblems, you can tackle this floor with much greater ease, especially if you have Mint at your back. Maybe I should unequip the combo command while I do this. Regardless, that's 3 Dedis emblems in total, only 2 to go. You can run into the normal random encounters here, so if you do not have the scout or boar holy bottles to use, you're in trouble. Well, that was about 1 billion times more difficult than it needed to be. Never mind the poison coursing through Klus's veins, let's track down those last 2 Dedis emblems. No Dedis emblems in here, we'll have to try elsewhere. This floor sure is confusing. Ah, here's something that warrants an explanation. After I beat the shit out of these assassins, take a look at this big double door. This door leads to the upper floors of Dheos's castle, but we are unable to open it with Klus all by himself. Do you remember Dheos's castle in the year 4202, and how we needed the combined power of 4 people to open the door leading to Dheos? Same thing here, only this time we are going to need 5 people. On a more positive note, we've found another chest with the Dedis emblem, so let's beat the stuffing out of the ninja guarding it. Only one more Dedis emblem will be required for our party to negotiate that bastard teleporter, so let's track the sucker down. And there it is. That entire fight was a hilarious mess. We have done it. We have collected all the Dedis emblems we will need. Take a moment to confirm that you have 5 in total, and unequip the one you placed on Kless if you haven't already done so. We are going to be following the rest of the party to the dungeon. You'll be in a cell. But don't worry, you can just use your sword to pry open the door. Now that we are down here, let's bust the rest of the party members out of their cells. Hey, we did it. We did the 9,999 damage strike. Inside this cell is Chester. Inside this cell is Mint. Inside the cell next to Mintz is our lovely pink-haired spellcaster Archie. That just leaves Clav, and Clav can be found at the southwest end of the dungeon. He's inside this cell. Not only am I well ahead of you, Clav, we need 5, and I have collected them for us. Now with the party reassembled, let us get out of this dungeon. The exit is to the north. And the good Lord said, "Let there be light." If you're wondering where we are, the dungeon is right near the entrance to Theos's castle, so let's work our way back to the bastard teleporter. When you return to the teleporter, you are going to have to equip every last party member with 1 Dedis emblem each. This includes your inactive party member. I strongly suggest you double-check everybody's equipment before stepping on the teleporter. If you forget to give somebody a Dedis emblem, it's off to the dungeon with them, and you're going to have to go all the way back to collect them again. Everybody has a Dedis emblem. Let's do this. Safe. Once you pass the teleporter, you can unequip the Dedis emblems. This is the only point in the game where they are required. You now want to head over to those double doors we found when we had only Kliss. We have 5 people now, and we can now pass. All sorted. The double doors are this way. Not so fun when I have my entire party, is it, you stupid bloody assassins? Shove those Twinkies up your asses. Enough. I am going to unequip the combo command. I had fun with it, but all this mashing is starting to hurt my fingers. Let's open the door. We may now proceed. You will enter a room with a small army of chests. Go ahead and loot them for their spoils. Nothing too valuable other than the sage, really. But hey, it's free stuff, so I certainly won't complain. And now for what is doubtlessly one of the coolest places in the game. Head up the stairs and prepare yourself for a massive change in scenery. I like to think of this whole area as one giant bachelor pad designed by Chaos. Looks almost alien if you ask me. Here's the deal, there are a few large floors like this, and then as we reach the highest floors of the castle, only a few small floors. I will wrap this video up when we reach the smaller floors. This scenery should look familiar. It's the same texture we saw in Chaos's castle in the year 4202, except it's color purple instead of light brown. Take note of this door. This is our progression point to the next floor, but it's locked, so we are going to have to find a way to open it. Let's head back to the alien-looking section. Interesting looking battle area. I especially like the painting on the left side. The graphical designers went nuts in this area. Heck, there's even a large painting in this very corridor. You have to hand it to the graphical team, they really knew what the hell they were doing. If you're wondering about the doors with the red and yellow gems, it works like this. If it has a yellow gem, you can pass through. If it's red, you can only pass through it from the top. It is treated as being locked otherwise. We want to head to the southwest area, where we will have to fight a boss. Most of these rooms contain bits of treasure, but like the Moria Gallery, most of it just doesn't interest us at this point in the game. We now have to fight a pair of sea lions. Do you remember the dark eye we fought when we first stepped inside the castle, 3 installments ago? Same thing here, except these shitbags trade shadow immunity for the meteor storm spell, so don't give them a chance to cast it. Get on them and stay on them. I'd suggest taking Archie out of the party, their melee attack can really mess her up. You will have to fight another pair of sea lions higher up in the castle, but for the moment, this switch they were guarding will open the barricaded door we saw earlier. Let's head over there to proceed to the next floor. As you can see, the door has opened, so let's head on through and proceed to the next floor of the castle. There will be a tablet for you to read as you enter this floor. It's a little bit cryptic, but don't worry, I will explain its meaning. You see the save point. To the right of it is the door that will take you to the next floor, and there is a switch on the ground in front of it, but the door is locked, and the switch is inert. What you need to do is make your way to the far west of this floor, and step on the switches in order, finishing with the one in front of the door. Here's the first switch. You'll know it worked because it will turn yellow when you step on it. Make your way to the east, stepping on the switches as you go. The second is in this room. The third is in the corridor and is impossible to miss. The fourth is in this room. I was starting to wonder when Romi's would show up. Romi's are Moria Gallery level enemies. They are immune to all elements except Holy and Shadow, and they have the Cure, Explode, Indignation and God Breath spells to augment their nasty physical attacks and their 30,000 hit points. They can also teleport around. Do not take them lightly. Oh, and they also drop Death's emblems for absolutely no good reason. Stupid bloody things. Let's resume our switch hunt. The fifth is in that room. That just leaves the one in front of the door. If you did it right, the switch will work, and the door will open, granting you access to the next floor of the castle. Just so you know, most of this floor can be skipped by heading to the right from the entrance. I will head to the north to show you the gimmick of this floor in its entirety. Do you remember the mirror nonsense in Chaos's castle from before? We still have that magic mirror, so let's go. You'll be in Backwoods World again. Head south and you'll find a long corridor. Ignore the rooms, just head to the far west and go west no further. You'll encounter another pair of sea lions guarding a tablet on the wall. You know what to do. Now that the sea lions have been dispatched, you can take a look at the tablet on the wall. The tablet is a map, and Plus will point out that there is a secret passage near some stairs. The secret passage is at the entrance to the floor, as I mentioned earlier. The passage is here, on the right wall in this area. Simply follow the carpet. Head north early on to snatch a lavender. At the end of the passage are the stairs leading to the next floor, but there is another secret passage to your left. Enter it to find a bunch of treasure chests. One of these chests contains an item that might tempt you to come here before attempting the Moria Gallery. It's certainly a unique item as far as RPG games go. Loot this chest for the magic pouch. The magic pouch is an accessory, so to get any use out of it you'll need to equip it on somebody. I would recommend Chester. The magic pouch will generate items for you as you walk around the field. For it to generate items, you have to be walking around in an area where random battles exist, otherwise it does not function. If you want, you can use a rune bottle on it, which will enable it to rarely drop strong gear like the Namco Gamer book for Cloth, but if all you want from it are battle items, you don't have to bother doing this. Take the door on the left. To reach the next floor, all you need to do is follow the path to the west and then the south. You'll find two exits on the south wall. One of these will take you to a chest with a dragon stake. The other will continue the corridor, head directly to the south. The castle will become far simpler at this point, much like the earlier floors of the lower Moria Gallery. Another really cool change of scenery will take place. You will be able to see out the windows, and there's a rather neat cloud effect going on. Chaos lurks just above, but for the moment, I will wrap this video up. This has been Edgar, and as always, thank you for your patronage. Stay tuned. In the next installment, we will give Chaos what's coming to him.